In this video, I'm going to help you understand which is best for your e-commerce brand, running Google ads or running Facebook ads, which of course includes Instagram as well. And I promise you, this is not going to be some long-winded video where I throw a bunch of stats at you about Google and Facebook and leave you at the end of the video still wondering, well, what one is the best for your business? Or even worse, give you some high-level, loose answer like, it depends on your situation and not elaborate on that. And it's not going to be a biased video either where I just give you the platform that I want to give you. Some people are making videos where, they are a marketing agency. That might be a Facebook ads agency. That might be a Google ads agency. And they have an incentive to persuade you to use the platform that they're offering. That's not what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you a completely unbiased opinion based on which one is best for your business. Now, of course, running ads on both is always going to be the most optimal situation. And as you scale your brand, you always want to be looking at diversifying that ad spend across different advertising channels. But for most of us, for financial reasons, when we're just getting started, it's not going to be feasible to do both. And we want to just focus our time, our money, our resources on one particular channel. So which one to go for? Well, this might surprise you, but I'm going to actually say Google Ads. Google Ads is going to get you the best return for your money when you first get started with online advertising. That is, if a market is already established for the particular product you're selling, because you don't need to know how to make good content, and there is already people searching for your product which will buy from your Google Ads. So that's my straight up answer to avoid saying something like, it depends on your situation. But of course, there's more to the story and we have to have some nuance in that and some elaboration. Because if you use Google Ads, you might not necessarily get as many sales as you want for your business. And in some situations, you may enter a product market where there's just too many big players advertising the platform with massive budgets that you just can't compete with if you were to go down the route of Google Ads. But also, if you're just doing Google, there's likely going to come a point in time where you're limited in your ability to scale, which wouldn't happen with Facebook ads. So I personally would never start running on Google Ads first, unless, for example, I had a product that was very expensive and I couldn't afford to advertise it on Facebook without putting myself at a very high risk exposure. And in fact, most of the people you see drop shipping or selling products that don't really have much of a brand awareness around them are going to be using Facebook ads to start, because that's where you can really play on that brand awareness level. So I understand that you might still be a little bit confused and unsure of what one to use, but I urge you to keep watching because I'm now going to go into each platform and explain exactly what each one does, which will hopefully help you to understand, that's what they do, and now I know which one to use for my business. Now, when it comes to online marketing platforms, there is two main categories. There is intent-based marketing and there is disruption marketing. Understanding the difference between these is extremely important. And in fact, not knowing the difference was something that got me burnt many years ago when I first started dipping my toe into e-commerce. So Google, first of all, Google would fall into the category of an intent-based marketing platform. Someone has shown intent to buy something and they've actively gone out searching for it. That means these people are very likely going to buy. They're going to be a very warm audience with a high return. So for example, if I want to buy a protein powder supplement today because I've run out my last one, I'm going to go onto Google, or in fact, I might even go on Amazon, which is also an intent-based marketing platform. But let's say Google for this example. I'm going to go on Google. I'm going to search for protein powder, and I'm going to look at the different ads that come up and select one of them. Maybe I'll look at a few of them, but I've shown very high intent to go and purchase what I want. I'm going to purchase it there and then because I've gone out looking for it. I have a need right now to go and buy it. Facebook, on the other hand, would be disruption marketing. People are going onto Messenger, Facebook, and Instagram to either be entertained or to socialize. They're not going there with the intention to buy things. But we have been conditioned to know that, well, if I'm on one of these platforms and something comes across my plate that I like or I'm interested in, I may buy from it. I may click on the ad, go to the website and buy. That is normal behavior, a normal part of the digital world that we live in. And marketers can benefit from that. They can make good content, advertising products with all Facebook's data points. Facebook can show it to relevant people, and those marketers can disrupt their socializing, their entertainment, and bring them onto their websites to make a purchase. So Facebook would be lower intent. We'd have it as classed as a more cold audience, but there will be some warm people in there as well. So as I've just alluded to at the end there, we're really speaking in broad terms there. It's not the case that Google is 100% intent-based marketing and Facebook ads are 100% disruption marketing, because within the Google suite, you obviously have YouTube and you have the display network, which would really be classed as disruption marketing. And likewise, as I mentioned, Facebook is not just disruption. It is disrupting what people are doing, but Facebook with all its data is going to have a very high gauge of where people are in terms of their intent to buy. But broadly speaking, Google ads, the focus will be on intent-based marketing. Facebook ads, the focus is going to be on disruption marketing. And that's really going to be your best guide to know which one you should use for your business. But let's now look at each platform side by side to really understand the differences between them, where you're exposed, where your opportunities are, and then you can make a more informed decision of what one you want to go and try it first. So Facebook is top of funnel. That's where its strength lies. That's where the majority of your spend will go. It is bringing new people into your business. Brand awareness, product awareness, getting those people who don't know who you are or don't know what you're selling and bring them into your funnel, hitting them at different points of your funnel, warming them up as a customer. Google is going to be middle and bottom of funnel because it doesn't have the ability to go out top of funnel and reach people, bring them in. It can only gather the people who are already searching for what you're selling or already searching for your brand, which is a much smaller pool. But again, there's high intent from those people because they're already further down the funnel. The platforms are also different in how they charge you for their ads, which can be a factor in deciding what one to use based on how much financial exposure you're ready to play with. Google is going to charge you per click, which is a massive benefit because it means you're not going to pay for your ad being shown. I could go on Google, look, see your ad, not decide to click on it, and you're not going to pay a thing for that, okay? You're only going to pay whenever I click on that ad and visit your website. So if I've come in with high intent and you have a good website, the fact that you're only paying for the click is really good because you have a very high chance of converting me, low cost. That means you can get a very high return. Facebook, on the other hand, charges you based on impressions. So you're charged based on whenever your ad is served on any of the platforms. That can put you at high risk because if you're selling a very expensive product, people aren't going to buy it immediately. You know, there's a period of the customer journey where they have to be warmed up to buy that particular product. So if you're selling a very, very expensive product on Facebook, you're going to be spending a lot of money getting all these impressions, showing your ads to people when they may never have actually visited your website. But of course, there is the benefit in that where it allows you to do that. It allows you to spend money and have a much broader reach and go through that process of warming them up at much lower cost than the cost of a click on Google. You can have clicks on Google, you know, $10 and above for one click. Google's way more expensive, but you're paying for that high intent, of course. Facebook, way cheaper per impression, but you're running the risk where you have to gather those people and have good content to make them actually come on to your website. Now for the disadvantages of each. So Facebook, obviously the disadvantage we mentioned earlier was that financial risk, exposing yourself to the unknown and having to pay for it. But that's not really the main disadvantage. The main disadvantage with Facebook is you need to have good content to get success on the platform. So you need to be able to make content and you need to know what type of content works. You have to have strategy behind your content. So that can leave you at a disadvantage if you're not good at that or you don't have the resource to make that content. The main disadvantage with Google is that you're relying on people coming to search for your business. So if people aren't searching for your business, or if you have competitors that are spending a lot of money on the platforms that you can't really compete with in your bids, you're just not going to get any exposure. You're not going to be able to even spend your money on the campaigns, exposing yourself to the risk of not getting enough revenue, okay, to sustain your business. So hopefully you're starting to get it. Light bulbs are starting to light up in your head. But if you're still not sure, I'm going to give you a very general rule of thumb that I think will help you understand that even a little bit more. So in general, if you have a big, expensive product, it's probably best to start on Google Ads. If you have a small, inexpensive product, $50 to $200, it's probably best to start on Facebook ads. And of course, the best thing to do is to advertise where all your competitors are advertising. So the competitors at a similar scale to yourself, or the nearest scale to yourself, that's where you want to be advertising. Are they advertising on Google mainly? Do they have a large presence on Facebook ads? Start there. You can always expand in the future to the other platforms, and there might be opportunities, but don't go into an untested market when you're just getting started. Go to the platform that has the market already established, has people buying from it, and I'll bet you'll be pretty safe with that. Okay, so thanks for watching the video. If you're feeling like you want to get started on Facebook and you want to get the right start, definitely go check out my Facebook ads tutorial in the description. That will set you up for success. And until the next video, I hope you've enjoyed it, and I will see you in another one very, very soon.